So this is the bridge. Gonna try to make it simple. Coming out of the last chorus, you're gonna end on. I gotta play it. See where the heck I'm going here. Da 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 da. Coming back down, and you really don't mind. You had a bad day. So instead of da da da, you had a bad day. You had a bad day. Instead of that, finishing up the chorus, you're just gonna end it on. You had a bad day. All I'm doing there, it sounds full and stuff, but all I'm doing is just hitting the same chord. This one, that F minor 7 chord. I got an F here in my left hand, F up here, A flat, C, and E flat. Can jazz it up a little bit, rhythm it up, break it up, however you feel. Sometimes the system goes on a blink. Alright, so I'll just sing this through the way I do it anyway. And, you know, again, it's Bad Day my way, so might not be exactly what you hear. Might not be exactly how you hear Daniel sing it, because I sing it to my voice. So, here it is, just right through the bridge. Sometimes the system goes on a blink, and the whole thing turns out wrong. You might not make it back, and you know that you can be all that strong, and I'm not wrong. Okay, so it's a couple of different chords at the beginning. It's 2 chords: A sharp, C sharp, F sharp, with an F sharp in the bass. So that one changing to a B chord. So we got a B in the bass, B, D sharp, F sharp in the right hand. Okay. Back to the F sharp chord. Back to the B chord. Okay, so to make it very simple, playing wise, it's this. Sometimes the system goes on a blink, and the whole thing turns out wrong. You might not make it back, and you know that you can be all that strong, and I'm not wrong. Going to this chord. It's a pretty little chord with a B flat in the bass, and then in the right hand it's B flat, E flat, F, and G. Okay. And I'm not wrong. Whatever, however I do that with my voice. Kind of like this. I do that little flick. I like that. B flat in the bass, D and F in the right hand. So this to that. If you can't do the flick, you can just go. Okay? And then remember that little thing from the first or second lesson? Okay, so to recap those chords. Okay, and of course I can't really go into a whole lot of detail about the rhythm because it's a little complicated and I might play it different every way. And basically it's something you have to kind of feel and make up your own little rhythm for it, because you know, it will get too complicated trying to say, well, play the right hand first, play the left hand, play it, do this back and forth, break them up and so on. So you can stylize it however you like, and please do, which is why I can't explain my rhythm, because I might play it different every time. So sort of, or I just play it my own way. Right, so then that's the bridge, and then coming into the verse, coming out of the bridge, is a little soft verse about the passion, that part, you know that part. So where is the passion you needed the most? You and I, you kick up the leaves and the 'cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down. Okay, so that, for what I do for that, it's kind of like the second verse, when you've got your right hand shifted down with your E flat in the bass. You probably can't see it, but it's this key, an octave lower. There's the passion, right there, A flat, same notes, to this one. Now that little piano fill, so it's C, D, E flat, B flat, A flat, G. Same thing over again. I like to add a little bit of ambiance. I'm hitting the B flat and the E flat right up there. Okay, just a little bit of ambience coming into the big chorus again. I pound out a low B flat in the bottom, which is way down here. Where is it? There it is. And back to the E flat, so that low note that you hear, that's my low E flat. So when I go, it's the passion you needed the most. You kick at the leaves and the magic is lost. 'Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know, you tell me don't lie, you work at a smile and you go for a ride. And that's all the same. You had a bad day. This is the different part. You see what you like, and how does it feel for one more time? You had a bad day. You had a bad day. Okay, so that whole chorus, until you get this, you had a bad day. It's that C minor chord. And you don't need to do this G if you don't want to, you can just do this. C, E flat, G. Had a bad day, see what you like. So that's a B, and a B, and an E flat, and a G. And how does it feel? Which is descending notes, B flat now, B flat, E flat, and G. For one more time, which is an A. A, C, E flat, G. So if you notice, my bass notes just kind of descend. C's, B's, B flats, A's, A flat. Then steps up to the B flat. So watch that little progression. You had a bad day, you see what you like, and how does it feel for one more time? You had a bad day. Okay, so it's kind of the same chord on the top. Back to that B flat suspended. You had a bad day. Back to the beginning. Okay, you had a bad day. You can dress this up. You had a bad day. La, la, la. You had a bad day. And to end it, see what I did there at the end? I did those two. B flat and E flat. A flat and E flat. And then G and E flat. So, let's try that again. You had a bad day. No, no, no. You had a bad day. You can do that a couple times. Okay. I probably knocked him wrong then, but basically, ending on the flat in the bass, right, which is this one, lower, and that. There you go. Hope that helps. It's slightly confusing me, but hey, hope it helps. Ciao.